Local time is 5:12 a.m. The surface of the Strait of Hormuz appears unusually calm. From the flight deck of the U.S. aircraft carrier, everything looks routine and peaceful. The first light of the sun spreads across the narrow waterway, turning the sea a pale silver, while distant oil tankers slowly move along global shipping lanes. This narrow strait is a vital artery for the world's energy supply, with nearly 20 million barrels of oil passing through daily, making it a key factor in the global economy. On the surface, nothing suggests danger, yet hundreds of feet below, in the cold, dark layers of the Gulf, a threat is moving silently, one that could transform this calm morning into a hidden underwater battle within minutes. Please like and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. Below the flight deck, inside the aircraft carrier, is the Combat Information Center, the nerve center of the massive warship. Here, radar, sonar, satellite feeds, and aircraft intelligence converge into a single digital map of the battlefield. The crew monitors the ocean in silence for hours. Suddenly, a sonar operator leans closer to his screen. Among the natural sounds of the sea, a faint mechanical pulse appears soft, almost imperceptible, yet distinct. Calmly, he announces, "Possible subsurface contact." No alarm in his voice, no sudden movement, yet everyone in the room immediately looks toward the screen where the faint signal stabilizes. Moments later, the sonar data becomes clearer, bearing 147 degrees in a range of 19 nautical miles. The acoustic pattern indicates diesel-electric propulsion, an unmistakable sign of a submarine. The vessel moves slowly, at barely 2 knots, almost drifting within the thermocline layer, where warm and cold waters bend and distort sonar waves. A perfect hiding spot for submarines. The operator marks the track. 5 seconds later, another faint tone appears from a different direction, bearing 161 degrees, range 21 miles. Another submarine signature. The room grows quieter. The digital map updates. 2 distinct underwater contacts now crawl across the seabed beneath the carrier strike group. The sonar console flashes again a third. Fainter signal emerges, bearing 132 degrees, range 23 miles. 3 contacts, 3 submarines, all slowly converging toward the same target, the aircraft carrier. The watch officer studies the map silently and instructs calmly, "Track them." On the surface, the carrier maintains its steady course through the strait, cutting a wide white wake. At nearly 100,000 tons, this floating fortress is like a city on water, yet below the surface it cannot hide. The data from the Combat Information Center is immediately shared across the strike group network. Within seconds, every escorting ship, destroyer, cruiser, and helicopter sees the same 3 small icons moving in a loose triangular formation. This geometry is deliberate. Submarine commanders train for precisely this 3-point attack, which forces a large surface ship to defend against multiple angles simultaneously. Slowly but unmistakably, 3 silent hunters move into position. High above the Persian Gulf, a P-8 Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft banks slightly east. It carries one of the most advanced anti-submarine systems ever deployed. Inside its mission bay, operators begin deploying sonobuoys into the water-small cylinders that transform into underwater microphones. Some listen passively, others actively ping. Within minutes, a listening grid stretches across 60 square miles of ocean. Suddenly, one buoy detects a faint propeller rhythm beneath the thermal layer. Confirmation, another buoy confirms. Moments later, a third buoy lights up the network. 3 separate underwater signatures. The carrier's tactical display updates. 3 red tracks steadily approaching, range shrinking. 1917 nautical miles. Inside the Combat Information Center, the sonar operator adjusts his headset, watching low-frequency propulsion signals rise across the screen. Diesel-electric Iranian-class submarines. No doubt remains. These submarines are closing in. At this speed, they will reach torpedo range in less than 40 minutes. No alarms sound, no sirens echo. Yet every station understands the reality. 3 submarines, 1 carrier, and the silent phase of the hunt has begun. As the morning progresses, the strait awakens. Cargo ships push slowly through the narrow lanes. Oil tankers glide across the horizon. From above, the U.S. carrier strike group appears ordinary, a massive ship moving at steady speed. Destroyers miles ahead, another escort trailing, helicopters parked calmly on the flight deck routine. Professional, predictable. But beneath the surface, the ocean becomes crowded. The sonar picture sharpens as the three submarine contacts continue their careful, methodical approach at barely 2 knots. At this speed, the acoustic signature is almost a whisper, yet underwater whispers travel far, and the strike group is listening. 15 minutes later, one of the escorting destroyers activates its hull-mounted sonar. A sharp metallic pulse explodes outward into the water. Ping! The sound travels like a shockwave. Every submarine in the area immediately hears it. They have been detected. Inside one Iranian submarine, the captain recognizes the Echo-American active sonar. They are already close, very close. Distance, 9 nautical miles. Inside the vessel, the crew moves quietly, no shouting, only precise preparation for a scenario they have trained for countless times. Above the water, the carrier strike group subtly shifts its posture. Destroyers widen slightly, tightening the defensive perimeter, while a MH-60R Seahawk helicopter prepares for anti-submarine deployment. Under its belly, a dipping sonar begins scanning deep beneath the waves, and Mark 54 lightweight torpedoes are ready. The Seahawk hovers at the edge of the sonar grid, and soon a faint mechanical rhythm emerges through its sensors. Submarine confirmed. 2 others still remain, closing steadily. Suddenly, a high-frequency cavitation signal appears, a torpedo speeding at 50 knots toward the carrier. Seconds later, a second and third torpedo launch. Inside the Combat Information Center, time to impact reads 6 minutes. The carrier maneuvers. Its massive hull slowly swings starboard. The rudder shifts, and behind it, Nixie torpedo decoys are deployed, emitting loud acoustic signals to lure incoming torpedoes. The first torpedo veers off toward the decoy. The Seahawk drops a Mark 54 torpedo, which finds and destroys one attacking submarine. Seconds later, another explosion signals the second submarine's destruction. 1 torpedo remains, closing fast range 200 meters. Inside the Combat Information Center, every officer watches silently. Then the torpedo reacts to the decoy and veers away, detonating harmlessly. Meanwhile, the third Iranian submarine attempts to escape, but the strike group's sensors track it relentlessly. Another Seahawk releases a final Mark 54 torpedo. Moments later, the last underwater explosion erupts, and the submarine disappears from the sonar screen. Within 40 minutes, the hidden battle beneath the Strait of Hormuz concludes. The carrier strike group reforms its defensive positions. Helicopters circle overhead, scanning for any remaining contacts. From the flight deck, the sea once again appears calm. Cargo ships continue their slow transit. The morning sun glimmers on the water, and the horizon is tranquil. To the world above, nothing seems to have happened. Yet the crew knows the truth. 3 submarines approached, 3 torpedoes were fired, and a silent underwater hunt ended in total victory. The ocean is deceptive serene on the surface, yet beneath it, danger moves swiftly and silently. A reminder that vigilance in the deep is never optional.